Welcome back for another tutorial on Chinese brushstroke painting. As we can see, this is the subject of a cat. It's not the cat that I gave you online in your classroom as that packet. I just honestly, for the past 3 years teaching it, I haven't enjoyed it, and that's why I kind of put it off. But you can see I did paint the one that some of you attempted already. It just isn't that easy to maneuver the brush between the eyes. You can see right here, this is what I'm talking about. The stroke is just challenging, and I feel like you can't even sometimes get past this point without trying it 4 times, and then your paper is filled. So instead of doing this cat in this way, we're going to look at this one. I would like you to add a little butterfly in the simple composition, but you can see this is just done in step 1, 2, 3, little leaf-like shapes, 1, 2, 3, and then some wispy antennas and body. This is the cat that I end up showing you before my video was turned off in a just error. I pushed the stop button rather than the zoom in button, and I just, instead of refilming the entire thing, I just picked up from where I left off. So I honestly only did 2 strokes with the head before the video turned off. I'm just going to imitate with air how to create the shapes that and strokes that I start off with, because I don't start off with that in the video. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my brush. I make sure that there is water in my brush. You can see I've used this water a lot. It's pretty black, but it's filled. My brush is filled. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to press down with my brush. I'm going to use the width of the brush in order to make that shape, because if I don't press down, I can't make a shape the right way. I have to get over my fear of pressing with the brush, because you're not going to mess up if you don't just fling your hand. You have to control yourself. So I'm not going to do this, just for the sake of showing it to you. Okay, that's not a controlled motion. That's not a shape that I want. That's just a blob. So instead, for the head to begin, I start like the fish. I start with a point, I press down, I create that round top to the head. I start with a line right here. That's not connected like the fish was, because you'll see why. If I get a little bit closer, I'm just one-handing this right now. I press down and I come back up like that. But what I end up doing in the video is I show you that this needs to just come across like that. There is also a nose that I add in before I completely press down, but without me seeing around my phone right now, that's what happens. So you create that shape, and then you filter in an eye. You actually outline the eye before you paint in the rest of the head. So please watch the second video. I tried to keep this under 12 minutes because I know you're not watching for 20 full minutes. You're not going to get the points that you want for this lesson though, unless you actually watch these tutorials. So please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. If you'd like me to do a Google Meet with you, I can even help you, talk you through it, because some of you are just not getting it, and you're not going to get some great grades on the technique. It's not about you having a perfect figure, but it is about doing it in a simple way that is very shape oriented and is simple. So please reach out with any concerns that you may have, and please watch the second video. Thanks, and have a good night.